The total national debt was only $1 trillion in 1980 when President Reagan took office. It is now $4 trillion. Maybe it was voodoo economics. Whatever it was, we are now in deep voodoo, I'll tell you that. Okay.
So what's the big deal about $4.6 trillion?
Why should we care? It's not like the debt is our 5 years.
Well, the way I see the national debt is it's going to be here long after I am, so why should I have to worry about it?
I'm Kelly Trish, and I'm an intern with the UWSA College Task Force in Dallas. Our jobs, our future, our rights, and perhaps our freedom have been sold out from under us. We'll be left with a national debt we didn't create and no job to pay it off with. Our Congress doesn't care about our wants or needs, and our government's been corrupted by lobbyists and locked by bureaucracy. As you can see, we've got a country with a lot of problems, and we're the ones left to deal with it. It's past time to take back our country and our future. The power is yours. Just use it.
I've got the power.
I love the message coming from both parties. Is, can we buy your votes with your money this year? And by the way, we'd like to borrow $400 billion of your children's money this year. Now, of course, we and our children will have to pay it all back with interest, but that comes later, right? To have a strong, free nation in the 21st century, we've got to have a strong moral, ethical base at the core of it, and every single person must take full responsibility for his or her own actions. That's the core of what free society is. You can't turn your life over to the government and keep your freedom, and you can't turn your life over to the government and hope that they will just take care of you like you're a little lamb that's lost out at sea that needs somebody to watch over you. You give up your freedom when you do that, and that's very precious, particularly when you lose it. Go clean out the barn.
In 1992, Ross Perot turned the national debt into a household phrase. He brought government corruption into the spotlight and turned the challenge for reform into a presidential campaign. Americans responded by mobilizing the largest grassroots movement in history. People everywhere started demanding change. Our demand culminated into United We Stand America, a non-profit, nonpartisan organization dedicated to rebuilding the nation and returning governmental power to the people. We are an important part of this process. As tomorrow's leaders, it is up to us to begin solving the problems our nation faces today. That's where the UWSA College Task Force comes in. It will give our generation a voice in our government.
chapters are mainly interested in activity. They do it through United We Stand America. They just don't want to have local meetings. They want to let their congressmen and representatives know that they are active and they're concerned, especially with the debt and deficit. So many issues revolve around jobs and job loss, and all this ties back into our core issues such as crime, education, immigration, initiative and referendum, debt and deficit, balanced budget, term limits. They all revolve around that. And they're very concerned about the way jobs are being lost in this country and how all of those things reflect in the influence that lobbyists and PACs have in the Congress today.
United We Stand is a chance for students to get together and form a chapter and concentrate and focus on issues. The college department, established in Dallas, Texas, is there to support each college group individually and not to mandate a generic formula for campus chapters across the nation. Each chapter is going to be different, and each student group is going to be different. And that's why the college department is organized to focus and support each individual chapter.
Consider what a vote can do. One vote saved President Andrew Johnson from being impeached. John F. Kennedy won the presidency by less than one vote per precinct nationwide. Richard Nixon, just 8 years later, defeated Hubert Humphrey by less than 2 votes per precinct. And in 1984, Frank McCloskey became congressman from Indiana's 8th district by only 4 votes out of more than 233,000 cast. That's a lot of power in one action. Now, imagine the power that hundreds, thousands, even millions of voters can impose on an election or an issue, and you begin to understand what United We Stand America is all about. Take a look. Government reform petitions, House and Senate races, debt and deficit, spending cuts, health care, and the list goes on. That was just the beginning. UWSA chapters on all levels are taking action. You've seen the state our country is in. You've seen what people are starting to do about it. But why should you get involved?
Young people should get involved with our movement because this country will belong to you tomorrow. And if you don't get involved today, this country will be so much in debt that you'll be paying more taxes than I'm paying today. And if you think about the biggest expenditure that I have out of my paycheck every month is not my house payment, not my car payment, not my food, but it's my tax bill that I send to Washington, and I have no control whatsoever on the people.
We have to fix it. You cannot just go vote on November, send some poor devil up there and go home. You're going to have to get in the ring, stay in the ring, and act like you own this country. Our founders created a government that came from us. Please listen carefully to this. We now have a government that comes at us. The process has reversed itself.
We are tomorrow's leaders, but we can take charge today. Take a stand and make a difference. The power is here.